We got one person with us, finally, and I'm about out of wheat seed. Two people, three people. Y'all would join me right as I'm running out of seed. Let's get out. Right the seed around. It's me, D-Mac. It's the Matt Griggs. What are you doing today, Matt? I hope you're having a better day than us. We hadn't really had anything major go wrong, but it's been a crap load of little stuff that has gave us trouble. Yeah, I might as well go to the seed tender because I don't think we're going to complete that pass. It would run out the minute I start a live stream. I guess y'all can watch me fill up the seed tender. Who do we have in here today with us other than Matt? We're out here in the field today, drilling wheat. Matt's cutting double crop soybeans. We just got into our full season soybeans good. We are running slightly behind schedule of where I would like to be, but maybe we're going to get caught up here. We like 430 acres of soybeans and 70 acres having all the wheat drilled, and we will be done for the year. I've got all the wheat that is planted. I've got all of it drilled. So that's what's going on here. I got my Han in here with us. Yes, I know, I'm out of seed. What reminded me? Y'all are a quiet bunch today. Either that or my chats are running behind. We're gonna have 180 acres of wheat, which is right on par with what we normally have. We had 175 acres of wheat last year. Yep, we're having 175 acres of wheat total. Excuse me, 180. Unless I get froggy and decide to plant some more. A lot of it's going to depend on if I have any extra seed or whatnot. Come on, baby. There we go. No hablo español. I do not speak Spanish. I know it's over $7. Yeah, that's why we're drilling wheat. I don't get too froggy on wheat. About all I'm gonna have wheat on is all. I just don't have a lot of ground is fit for wheat. A lot of my ground stays bad wet. So that's one thing that keeps me from drilling a lot of wheat, is how wet it stays. I wonder if it'll start without choking it. Waiting in line at the granary watching the YouTube. Well, I'm glad you joined us. Ah, you heifer. That's what I do a lot at the granary while I sit in line. Come on, warm up. Warm up, baby. Warm up. Warm up. There we go. Maybe we got it this time. New John Deere sprayer I'm gonna get this winter. Matt has high hopes for my operation. That would be nice. My arm thingy, my jigger is broke. But that's why we got a monitor. We had a good corn crop for sure. They're gonna get corn crop. I ain't sure it's my best, but it's probably my second best. Sticking this Cropland 9415 in the drill. There's 14 acres in this little farm, this little field. We're doing something we don't normally do on my operation, and that is drill wheat in behind soybeans. That's not something we do very often. We got to plant that little 6-acre field over there on the other side of the 4-lane. So we got a little ways to go. Kind of boring. Robert come over here and got this field laid off and got started. I probably wouldn't have started a live stream if I known I was gonna have to fill up with seed. We've had a little trouble with the combine, nothing major, but just little stuff. We had to replace the back cube on this. Don't you run out of gas. I am going to say bad words at this thing. Yeah, my gauge is worthless too when it's actually when it's not broke. Oh, that's what I had something going in a bind there. Should have backed up a little closer. I didn't know what that thing was doing. That is a good little seed tender. If y'all watch me, you know I don't buy a lot of new stuff, but that is one thing that I did buy brand new, and I'm so happy I did. There goes Mike Smith. That's a good little truck and trailer there. He needs to sell it to me, but he don't want to sell it. See if I can get this back topped off. Tell me about it. I got a feeling that the comments are way delayed for some reason. should have propped y'all up on the truck, but then how would I talk to you? I guess that's the whole point of a live stream, is to talk to everybody. Got 14 with us. One thing about this drill here of mine, it plants out pretty consistent from one end to the other. This is exciting stuff, I know. Nice GMC goes by there. We got the Robert's old ram hooked through there with the got the old legendary 5.9 Cummins. We're using it because he's got the service truck in the field cutting beans. We are multitasking today. He is cutting soybeans and I am drilling wheat. So we're getting multiple things done, and we definitely need to get multiple things done. We don't like a lot drilling wheat though. Front hopper's out. This is one negative thing about this seed tender, is it leaks wheat right there. It don't leak beans. Need to put some silicone in there. Hopefully. Can y'all hear me now? Because I had the Bluetooth hooked up on my tractor, and I forgot about it, and sometimes it'll swap over to the tractor when I ain't paying attention. But got 14 of y'all in here with me. Tell me who you are and where you from. I love to hear where everybody's from. Loud and clear, William says. Lexington, Tennessee. I know where that is. I've been to Lexington a time or two. Florida. Down there where Mr. Trump lives. Mac Griggs, Humboldt, Tennessee. Never would have figured that one out. Never would have figured that one out. South Virginia, East Texas. Etheridge, Tennessee. I know where that is. That's up there with the... It's up there around Davy Crockett State Park. Up there with the Hamish. I'm glad you're watching. Frog Pond, North Carolina. Well, that's almost as good as Frog Jump, Tennessee. We just got done shelling corn in Frog Jump, Tennessee about a week ago. And Carlos, Louisiana checking in. But I got a video. It's been over a week since I've had a video out. I got a video out coming out tonight of us finishing corn harvest. I am way behind on videos. I probably got enough stuff to make 3 or 4 videos, but Just ain't had the time. I had a buddy that had a wedding this weekend. Thank goodness that it rained, because that would have been bad if I'd had to stop the operation for that wedding. This weekend like to kill me. I'm 33 and my body still thinks it's 23, and we partied pretty hard. We had a bachelor party Friday night, and partied pretty hard for the wedding at the wedding reception Saturday night. But I survived. Drank a beer or two, or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hang out there. Eric says he's 36 and know what I mean. Man, I don't know what happened to me. Saturday morning, I felt like I was gonna die. And I used to could hung in there way better than that. Got 22 now. Y'all get to see some more exciting action now. Maybe. We had a little bit of grass in this corner. But other than that, we've got some of the cleanest beans we've ever had this year. Bragging a little about that. I don't like to drive over the wheat I've already drilled when I don't have to. We're gonna go down here, engage my auto steer, or have it in the ready position. But this last pass that I just come out of, we're gonna go back down it and replant it. I had got pretty low. My monitor had done started beeping at me. So we're gonna go down here and replant this last pass. I didn't make it all the way out to the end. I like planting behind this soybean ground. This plant's nice. We're gonna go over here to my spading area, and we're gonna reset this counter so I know how many acres I planted on this fill up. This is the number right there. It's the total acres we planted on the farm, and this one's the one I do on my fill ups, and then that was the amount we planted total. Got 118 planted total. So let's let her go. Oh, baby. I'm planting a little faster on this ground than I normally do behind corn stalks, because I like to give the drill time to cut through them corn stalks. But this old soybean ground is so mellow that it's slicing right through that residue. So as the old saying goes, I'm letting her eat. And yes, I know I've already drilled this, but I was low on seed, so I'm going to finish this pass back out and make sure I got plenty of seed there. I hate to see holes in a wheat field. That is one thing I do not like to see. 1.4 million is the population we are planting. It's on this seed we got. It's been figuring out like 140 pounds to the acre. We got one variety. We've been drilling on the wetter ground. They tell me it's going to do a little better on ground with wetter feed. And then we got one variety, the Cropland 9415 that I've planted forever. It's been a good one for us. But yeah, somewhere around 1.4 million. That's what my man told me on it. Anyways. My man Matt. A different Matt. I know lots of Matts. I know lots of Matts. Like I got another Matt I know at Greenpoint Ag. We stay in close conjunction and work closely together, and he's normally pretty sharp and don't normally steer me wrong. And anybody that's going to farm you need to learn information for yourself and study and know your stuff, but it's always good to have man, planting 2 million, man. Sure. It's a good thing you save your seed. You be the man I normally buy my seed from. It's just easier for me, no more wheat seed than I plant. There was a local guy, and he has some seed cleaned every year, and I always bought it from him. Well, he's had some people speak for some wheat the past couple of years, and he speak for the wheat and take it and have it cleaned, and they never showed up to get it. And then there he was stuck with it, so he just said that he wasn't going to clean any this year. So you can bet your sweet hind end this year I'm going to be saving some wheat seed. I have learned my lesson. It will definitely cheapen the wheat crop up, saving my own seed. How much has it been costing you a unit to get your seed cleaned, Matt? I hope I'm done drilling wheat tomorrow. We're gonna like this farm, and then we got a big 50-acre farm to drill. So I hope we're through by then. That's one negative thing about these tractors, on these 40 series tractors. They ain't got the cab's not very big on them. Even a little short fella like me's got to stretch out sometimes. $1.80 a unit. Did they go by a unit or a bushel? It's a whole lot prettier behind this soybean stubble than it is behind the corn. They say there's a little bit of yield advantage planting behind beans instead of corn. We'll see. In the past, on my farm, I have not seen that advantage. What we have behind the corn normally does just as well. But most of the time, if we're planting behind soybeans, we're not getting it in this early. Normally, every time we've ever planted behind soybeans, it has been getting late in the year, and I think that's a lot of the reason we have those results. So when you gonna pick some cotton, Matt? I think everybody wants to know. I saw we was shelling corn over in Frogs Up last week, and it looked like they was ready. There was a couple of them around there. Some was defoliating, and some looked like they was ready to start picking any day. Bailey Farms Gaming says he's late. Well, it's better late than never. One thing that you talking about more nitrogen behind the corn. That's one thing I saw this year on my weight was where we put out a little. The nitrogen, if we put the timing on nitrogen, where we put out more early was not any advantage, but where we put out more on the second shot of nitrogen, there was an advantage. So we're going to take that information and use it on our weight this year. We're going to go run a little lighter on our first shot of nitrogen, and we're going to go a little heavier on our second shot. Or at least that's what my yield monitor told me worked this year. We got M&J Farms joining us. He said y'all can rest easy. He's here. Oh, daggum freaking armadillo holes out here. You be out there. Yeah, I know I got dirty windows. Be cutting along fine, hit one of them armadillo holes and start pushing a pile of dirt with the header. And every now and then, if you catch a corn stalk just right, sometimes they'll make a header drag up. But for the most part, the header done good. It is definitely feeding a whole lot better. Y'all notice I skip a pass sometimes where I ain't got to turn this short. I'm pretty satisfied with the bean yields on this farm. We just got started good. We hadn't been cutting beans for 2 days. But yeah, I'm satisfied with this field. I'll wait and tell numbers a little later in an actual video. But man, this field here, my test weight we went 32 days without rain in this region. We actually showed up, if y'all, I don't know if y'all have ever looked at the drought monitor, they got like a map of the U.S. and we showed up, there was a little yellow spot in West Tennessee, and I was in that little yellow spot, and it wasn't really a drought. It said it was excessively dry, and we was in that little yellow spot. The beans was there. They were small, and the test weight was a little off on them. Down through that Swago, right down through there, man, there's some good beans. I mean, good. You just get up here on the hill where run out a little moisture and they fell off. That little old field over there made really good. But it ain't but 6 acres over there, and it used to be an old hog lot. It actually belongs to my wife's family, and her granddaddy raised hogs over in that lot. So you can imagine how that ground is. Back there in that little old corner, I've shelled some corn that showed way over 300 bushel on the yield monitor. But the whole field didn't do that. But there's one little corner down there, man. You can see some super high yields. I don't know what it is about that little corner other than it just had hogs on it for years. Manure, manure is one of the best fertilizers you can get. I'm hoping when these Tyson chicken barns get going better that you can get chicken litter, but every bit I've priced ain't been cheap. But I'm hoping when all these chicken barns get going good, we can buy some cheap chicken litter. We need a good alternative to regular fertilizers right now. The way prices have been heading. Matt, on the chicken litter, if fertilizer prices run up, do they raise the price of chicken litter or do they leave it alone? Anxious to hear your answer. Greg Rose says, "Hey Dylan, hammer down." I'm glad you're here with us, Greg. We're drilling a little wheat. Drilling it behind some beanie weenies. Got the auto steer here doing this thing. Let y'all watch the drill for a minute. I meant to pull that truck out of the way. I hadn't planted down that fence row yet. I meant to move the truck down there on the end rows where I'd already planted, and I was talking to y'all and got distracted. So y'all are a bad influence on me. Well, if the biggest cost of hauling, if chicken litter is hauling, I'm sure that's about to go up. And we can all know who's to thank for that. Let's go, Brandon. I had no clue what that meant. Matt had to tell me, had to send me a link. We actually took my kids to the pumpkin patch yesterday, and at this pumpkin patch they had little pig races. And the guy asked what they wanted to name the pigs, and somebody said they wanted to name the pig Brandon. So there they was saying, "Let's go, Brandon." And If y'all don't know what that means, y'all will have to look it up. Because like I said, I did not have a clue what it meant until somebody told me. To engage my auto steer, I step on that pedal down there. I'll show it to you in a minute. But yeah, there's that pedal right there. Robert puts it right there. I don't know. I always put it right up here, but I'm just running it where he run it. I've got to clean my cab. It's nasty. If I ever get another tractor, I don't think I'll be able to drive it because I will not know what to do if I can't slap something and go faster. Greg says, beanie weenies, what about Vienna sausage? They go together like peas and carrots. I don't really prefer either one. I'd just rather not eat either one. Getting sleepy, guys. I ain't had my afternoon nap. But actually, while today for lunch, I'm in the town of Rutherford. If you'll go right there on the other side of the field, it says the home of Davy Crockett. This was Davy Crockett's. Rutherford, Tennessee was Davy Crockett's last home before he moved to Texas there. And they actually just got through having Davy Crockett days either last weekend or 2 weekends ago. But that's a little fun fact for you. I don't know quite where I was going with that, but anyways. Oh, I know where I was going with that. I had Robert over here. He got this field opened up, and I run to the Rutherford Grocery. They got a pretty good plate lunch, and we got our plate lunch today, and got us. I had homemade lasagna was the plate lunch today, so I got that in a to-go plate and got us a drink. Come over here and we had homemade lasagna for lunch today. Made a ham sandwich. When we was over at Frog Jump, we got finished shelling corn, and it was right at lunchtime. So we went to the Frog Jump, the Brazil store down there at Brazil. Let's see you, Matt. We was down there at Brazil, and we stopped at the Brazil store. It's one of the few last little country stores around. There ain't many of them left anymore. It's sad when you go through these little old towns and you see the little old country stores that you can tell them little old communities used to be really booming, and now there ain't nothing there anymore. So, to me, that's just really sad. It kind of reminds me of that movie, Fried Green Tomatoes there at the end. That's a good movie, Fried Green Tomatoes. I know it's kind of random, but it's got like the saddest ending there ever was. Me and Robert talk about that sometimes, and like how some of the best movies don't always end the happiest. Kind of like Forrest Gump. That's another random thought with Ellen. I didn't get steered over the line quite as good as I should have. Got a little bit of overlap there. That green icon with the steering wheel means it's driving itself. Driving down the line. That's right there is how it works. You got that little motor that engages the wheel. Oh, baby. Sunbelt Ag Expo in Georgia. What do they have at that? It seems like awful late in the year to have a farm show. I hope we go to Louisville this year. This is Walton's last year he can go before he has to go to school, so we're thinking about taking him where he can see everything in Louisville. And then the next year we may go and he'll be in school, and we ain't got Walton. We can party down. I don't know, man. I can't answer that question for you. That is a thought. I have often wondered that myself. I have often wondered that myself. Well, says, how's it going? Picking ear corn here, sunny and 75. Well, it's probably about that same temperature here, sunny, pretty. It's cooled off. We've had some cool nights, got down to like 40 or so. We're drilling a little wheat. Let's see. We're down to 60 acres having all the wheat drilled we plan on having for the year. And we lack about 430 acres of soybeans being done with the 2021 crop. Robert's over there cutting beans. I don't know what kind of progress he's making. I'm hoping he's doing okay. Cutting beans. He's on his farm that he bought a year ago. It's only the second crop he's ever made off of it. Last year he had a really good corn crop. Don't know what the bean's gonna make. I'm not really good at guessing bean yields. I ain't really good at guessing any yields. You really don't know until you pull the planter in on it. This is a busy this farm's right out on the 4-lane. It's a busy place. But it's easy to travel through too, though. See, this farm, that farm on the other side, and this farm used to be joined, and then the 4-lane come through and split it in two there. It's not very big. There's 14 acres in this field, but it's almost a perfect square, and it always plants out good, and it just works really fast. I'd like to purchase some more ground too, but it's done got crazy high. There were some that come up a while back, like in my own backyard. I thought it was too high. Somebody else didn't. But anyways, I didn't end up with it. Looking back, there's a couple of farms I should have bought though, but You live and you learn. I got to have a farm pay for itself. I can't be taking, it's hard to buy a farm and then take money out of ground you're already working, you know, what you got to have to live on to be paying on another farm. And that's what I was going to have to do if I bought that farm. We got, around here, we got too many people with more money than they know what to do with. And, you know, interest at the bank is cheap, and they're buying this ground and then renting it out for $170, $200 an acre and making a good return on their money versus letting it sit there at the bank. I don't even know what the bank pays on money these days. But I'm sure not as much as they charge the bar. I like how the way this ground looks. Well, I ain't saying it's got to pencil out, but you know, it needs to come at least a little close to, you know, I don't know. I just know I ain't been able to buy none. Someday, maybe, someday. Alright guys, ask me a question or two. I done talked about all I just about know to talk about. There goes a fertilizer tender. I still got to get the fertilizer lined up to go on this. We just been drilling weight. I ain't fertilized it yet. Sometimes I like to make sure it comes up to a stand before I fertilize it. Because, like, if this don't come up, by the time we'll know if it's going to come up or not, it'll probably be done too late to plant, to try to replant it. So, if the wheat don't come up, it'll go back to corn, and we use a totally different fertilized blend on corn than we do wheat here. So. Have you seen Brian Laundrie? No, I don't reckon I know him. Is he a YouTuber? What's up down there in Tennessee? Oh, we just... My phone getting home. We're just, oh, that's terrible. This sun is awful. We're just drilling a little wheat. Riding along here about 5.5 miles an hour, 15 foot at a time, poking along, living a dream. Somebody said I was their hero. I'll have to check him out. What does he do? What type of operation does he have for feeding farms? Let me get y'all back on action. Y'all don't want to see me. That's a big farm over there. I mean, that goes from pretty good sized field. They got a pivot on it. They tried to buy this farm, and my mother-in-law owns it. She told them to get lost, so I'm glad she done that. But I know their plans, and I don't blame them, because I'd probably try to do the same thing. You see that pivot runs down there, you see it through the trees there, that gap there. They won't take that tree line off, and it comes around. It would come all the way around here then. He has a travel blog and he's on the run. Oh, I heard a little bit about that. Somebody said like Dog the Bounty Hunter was looking for him and he was like down in Florida or something. Is that the one? What's he on the run for? Did he murder his wife or something? A $20,000 reward out for him. Well, maybe I should go looking for him. I could put my detective skills to work. No, I haven't seen much news here lately. We've been pretty busy. Normally, I get rain this weekend, and normally I'd have a lot of time to like edit videos and stuff. But I had a buddy get married, and I was one of the groomsmen. I had to be there all weekend, you know, Friday for rehearsal dinner, and then Saturday for the wedding, and then we took the kids to a pumpkin patch Saturday. So Sunday. So I ain't been able to edit videos. Like I said, I ain't been keeping up with the news. Most time when I'm in the tractor, I like to listen to music. That's my thing. And like music off my phone where I ain't got to listen to commercials. And y'all say, yeah, this coming from the guy who's got YouTube videos for commercials so he can make a little money. Hey, don't hate, man. I just want a little piece of the pie. I don't want it all. I just want a little. Let's see. Girlfriend. Well, I done talked to y'all about all I know to talk about. I gotta finish up this field here, so I'm gonna cut y'all loose, and thank y'all for watching, and gonna have a video out at the end of the day. We're gonna have a video where we finish shelling corn, so that's gonna wind her up. But thank y'all for watching, and like I said, check out my video at 5 o'clock tonight.